Well, let us see what is the next best thing that Blender has to offer us. With that being said and done, let me show you what I have done prior to this video. I have taken 5 monkeys, given it a metallic shader. From here, for those who don't know, from here I have given a blue color and increased the metallicness, and then I set up my camera and I selected my camera and went to object data properties, and here I came to the depth of field and take this thing on, and then focus on object. I have selected the middle second object, second Suzanne as our focus element, and then I have reduced the f-stop under aperture to 0.1 and increase the blades to 3. Initially this will be like this, but I created 3 so that I could show you the differences. So this is what I have done prior to the video. Now we will see what is depth of field providing us. So here the maximum size is going to give us how much blur do you want your scene to have. It is a maximum threshold, maximum limit, maximum size that you can provide Blender, and say Blender that this is the level up to which I want my blur to happen. Sprite threshold and neighbor rejection. What this defines is Blender's depth of field in Eevee. We are using Eevee render engine, and in the Eevee render engine, what is depth of field using is, first of all, it is rendering all the monkeys and making them blur, and then it is taking the most brightest parts, like this is the brightest part, this is the brightest part, this and this is the brightest part, and creating and applying a bokeh on it. BOKEH, search for BOKEH. It is applying bokeh on that element. So that's why we are getting this beautiful bokehs. And to increase the quality of those bokehs, sprite threshold and neighborhood rejection values are to be changed. But I have seen that the default value works wonderfully, and if there is any flickering or if there is any noise visible in this bokeh, you can increase the sprite threshold and change the neighborhood rejection. Denoise amount. First of all, let me focus here and reduce the denoise. There is a little bit of noise visible in this object. I don't know if you are able to see it on the YouTube's compression level, but believe me, there is a little bit of noise. To reduce the noise, we can increase the denoise amount, but what it will do is it will darken the bokehs. That is the next parameter. If we go towards the next parameter, high quality slight defocus, the areas which are in slight defocused parts, like the eyebrows of this Suzanne. So how high quality that must be, that is defined by this tick. And jitter camera is one of the most technical element. If I tick on jitter camera, what it actually does is divides this bokeh into different bokehs, smaller bokehs. If I reduce this viewport sampling value from 16 to 4, it's going to give me 4 samples. If you go over here, you are able to clearly see that there are these samples. And if I increase this sample to a very high value like 64, it's going to apply 64 samples in that blurred region. And the next parameter is these samples, how blurred they must be. That is defined by this value over blur. If you increase this value, those values are blurred, and if you decrease this value, they are as sharp as they can be. So that's it for this, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure to share this video to as much people as you can. And if you want to financially support me, you can support me on Google Pay, Phone Pay, Paytm, and phone number will be given in the description. If you want, you can support me on the Patreon page as well. And with that being said and done, try to see it, learn it, understand it. I will see you in the next video.
Veda.